So me and Marlon going back and forth outside of the club. And then Ronnie comes up. He was like, everything okay? I'm like, man, it's fine. Man, Marlon's like, everything's good, Ronnie. We all good. Because bitch ass was walking right up behind Ronnie. So when bitch ass walked up and stood beside Ronnie, literally directly in front of me, I'm like, why the fuck you keep standing directly in front of me, nigga? Get the fuck on. Directly in front of me. Marlon gonna put his arm around my waist. And we're just like, yeah, we about to call it a night. We about to call it a night. And I'm looking at him like, I guess this is your way of trying to state your claim after the fact. Like, what the fuck? And then the Hispanic dude that we had saw in there earlier had came out. And he came directly over to me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Can y'all just, like, stop? And I look at him. He was like, oh, is it okay if I get your number? Can I get your number? And Marlon looked at him and was like, nah, she with me. Like this my woman. And his man was like, oh, my bad. I sorry. She pretty. She's just very pretty. She's very pretty. I'm sorry. He's like, nah, it's cool. It's fine, bro. It's cool. I understand. And then the Hispanic guy walked off. So I looked at him. And in my mind, I'm like, your ass could have been dead that. Why the fuck I had to come out here and give you a pep talk for you to do that? This is fucking childish. Like, so fucking childish. I ain't, whatever. So, we ended up ending that night there because I was irritated, like, completely irritated. And as we was walking back to the car, bitch ass was walking beside me. Ronnie was walking beside Marlon. And as we was walking, bitch ass kept trying to talk to me. He was just like, you ain't gonna give me your number. And I'm like, I'm trying not to fucking talk to him because I'm just like, nigga, read the room. I ain't on that tight time no more. I already done got fussed at. I already done had to treat this nigga like a child. I'm ready to go home and go to sleep at this point. No more talking to nobody. So I'm just like, kind of like brushing him off because at this point I'm irritated. I just want to go home and go to sleep because these drinks that I got in my system now, it was brown. So I'm liable to get angry at any moment. Just take me home. So we ended up getting back to the house, leaving the babysitter. I go to sleep. The next morning, wake up. Marlon's in the kitchen cooking breakfast because he hadn't stayed over at the house. So he's in the kitchen cooking breakfast. He comes in with breakfast to tell me that he's apologizing about how he behaved last night. He just didn't like to see other guys talking to me and this and that. And I'm just like, it's cool. Everything's fine. It's cool. And next thing you know, you hear a knock on the door. I'm like, who the hell knocking on my door? Because I had just moved in there not too long ago. And my family hadn't come to visit me yet. So I'm like, who could be knocking at my door? So Mara was like, I'll answer it. I was like, okay. So he walked to the door like, who is it? All I heard was, Brenda. And I'm like, Brenda? Why the fuck is she at my door? And then Marlon, he crept the door open. He's like, yo, what's up? She was like, I just wanted to come in and see like how your trip was, like how everything was. Marlon's like, yeah, you come on in. And I'm looking at him like, bitch, did you just invite this lady in my goddamn? This is my house. Like, you don't live here. You live across the street. You can't just be inviting any type of energy into my house. Like, the fuck? Like, what? So he invited her in. I'm just like, you know what? Don't say anything because she's an old lady. And your grandma said to always respect your elders. So don't say nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. I get up. She was like, hey, what y'all cooking? I'm like, oh, Marlon, he cooked breakfast. And she was like, you ain't never cooked no breakfast for me. What you cook? Well, that's when she went in the kitchen. She just walked her ass in my kitchen. And I'm just like, you know what? She old, Kiana. She old. We in the hood. She might be one of those hood aunties. You never know. So just go. So we in the kitchen. She get a biscuit. She eating a biscuit. And she was asking, like, did we have, like, anything to drink? And I was like, well, we got some water, some juice. I got some wine. And she was like, wine? I was like, yeah, you need to try this wine. And I poured her a cup of wine. I put it in one of my little the kids' plastic cups, because I ain't had no wine glass at the time. So I put it in the kids' plastic cup, and I handed it to her. And she was just like, so how was your trip? And I just kind of like looked at Marlon, and she was just like, wait, what happened? Something must have happened. And I was like, I'm going to let Marlon tell you what happened. Because I was just like, okay, obviously he viewed this lady as a friend. She knows some things about him. So, maybe I should just let my guard down and stop like being so defensive of people. So she was just like, so what happened? I was just like, I'm going to let Marlon tell you. Marlon's just like, it wasn't nothing that really happened for real. I'm just like, okay. And I was just like, but he did come back with a bracelet for me and his little sphere and a slingshot for Jazz. And she was like, oh, that's so nice. Where's my bracelet? And Martin just started chuckling. And I was like, and I looked. She was like, that's fine. And she took my cup and she was walking towards the door. She was just like, I just came in here to hide from my niece, because her niece was my neighbor, like directly across from me. That's where her niece lived. She said she was hiding from her niece because her niece wanted her to make some food for her or whatever not, and she did not want to make no food. So her niece saw her coming up this way, and she was trying to stop her, so she had to hurry up in here. But she was like, her niece done went in the house now. She about to leave. But so she left, and she took my cup. So I'm standing there. And I'm just like, she just took my cup. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. She'll bring it back. And I was like, okay, all right. And we go on about the day like it was like nothing. Like everything was fine. The day went on. Later on, his phone started blowing up. And I'm just like, who calling you? Like who is that who's calling you? He was, it's Becky. I'm like, why the fuck is Becky ass calling you? Like, why the fuck she blowing you up? He was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I'm not dealing with Becky. Look, I'm about to block her. And he went in and he blocked her number. He blocked her number on the phone. He blocked her number on blocked her on Snapchat. It's like all that. So I'm just like, all right, okay, maybe you are trying to learn. He's like, well, I think, it's around the first of the month, so she probably trying to get some money up out me. That's probably why she calling me, because, she always need money. And I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. And I let that be that. So the next day, I'm outside checking my mail. I'm walking back, and I hear Marlon coming out of my house. Like, I'm walking back to my house. I hear Marlon coming out of my house, like coming down the stairs, like just fussing. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? What is fussing at? What's going on? He meet me on the sidewalk, and he was like, yo, that bitch Brenda got some motherfucking nerves, yo. She got some motherfucking nerve.